Hey you guys, today I want to go through the commands that I have that are available in the ROM. Basically there are a bunch of commands and for some reason I don't see a lot of people use them. So the commands are super powerful because they let you do a lot of cool things. So for example, let's go with to do. So you can either type a slash and all the list of commands that are free available to you will come out. That's not the full list, but it's pretty close to it. So you can basically search here and it will be good enough for you. So as you can see, there are also the shortcuts that you can use in order to use these commands. For example, for to do is command enter. So for example, like if I write go for a walk, or for example grab a coffee, I can hit command enter and it will transfer to do. This lets me mark it as done and basically mark it as undone. It's basically like a normal to do. Yeah, I can also press command enter again and it's going to turn to done, and then after it's going to transfer to a normal block. I can do it for multiple blocks. I can do it for basically anything. So the next command that I want to go through is page reference and block reference. You probably know about those. These are the double square brackets and also the these brackets with the block hash that you need to copy, and then you'll be able to reference it. The next ones are which I find super useful are actually the current time. I use it all the time. For example, in my morning routine I write good morning, even if it's evening, and then I specify the current time of when I'm writing this, and this enables me to actually go through the notes later and see what exactly what time did I start writing and why was that the case, because I try to do them as early as possible. Sometimes it's impossible due to what I did last night before or what my plans are, so this is a super useful command. The next one would be the Pomodoro timer. Let's create a different block for it. Basically it used to be a lot worse. Now it's actually really useful. So basically it's a Pomodoro timer. If you don't know what it is, it's kind of a tracking system where it sets a timer of 25 minutes and then gives you a 5-minute rest that you basically stay focused for 25 minutes on work, and then you have a break for 5 minutes. If you want to learn more about Pomodoro timer, I'm going to link a video down in the description, and maybe I will make one in the future as well, so subscribe. Well, basically it's a super useful trick because I can specify any time here. So I can, for example, can say here create a new one because this is already running, and I'm going to specify a different time here, for example 1 minute, and here you go, the Pomodoro time is 5 minutes, because there are different techniques. You can go for 50-minute Pomodoro timer and then 15-minute break, or you can go for 25-minute timer and then 5-minute break. You can also set multiple Pomodoro timer for different tasks. It's basically like a timer but just more for productivity. There's a date picker, which is super useful. It allows you to pick a date basically. So for example, if I want to say that on 10th of October I'm going to have a flight back to Moscow, I'm going to be able to reference that, and maybe I can pick a different thing. Maybe I would say on 6th I fly to Kazan. Basically that's the way the date picker works, and it's extremely useful for planning the day. Because for example, okay, let's look for tomorrow. I pick a date here and I say important meeting. If we go here to the date, as you can see there's a reference now, important meeting here. So it's super useful for you to basically know what you're doing and when. So that's kind of cool. Today is a great command as well, just to make sure that you're talking about the right day, or if you want to reference what happened today or yesterday or tomorrow, it's all also commands. Bold, italic and highlight is better not to use commands. It's better to use the actual shortcuts, because you can select the words which you want to strike through or do anything to, and that way it's going to be much more useful. the code block, the latex and inline calculator, and upload image. Actually, the most useful one here is probably the calculator. So you can either reference the other block for if I had here 10 plus 15, I can say that I want to reference this. This way it's going to calculate what exactly I want. I can also do this where I just put the block here as a indent, and it's going to do the actual calculation of reference itself. Or I can do something a little bit easier, I guess. I can say inline calculator, and here I can write 25 plus 10. Or I can do something completely different. I can put inline calculator, I can do here, and then I can do 25 plus 10 plus 25. And then I can either don't do anything here, or I can create a custom block here. As you can see, there was a drop down. I can do that, and it creates the block itself. And now I can do whatever I want here, times 2. I'm going to change here. I can divide everything by 5. And it's going to give me an answer. So it's a super useful tool which you can use for anything. You can also change the way it looks. So it's probably one of the most powerful things that I've been using, the calculator. I never use the default one now anyways.